my name is Enrique Gutierrez. This is my resubmit of assignment 6.2, driver presentation. My mechanic is a simple ice tile where when the player steps onto the tile, it starts to slide them across or to a specific direction. It can be used in a few different ways where the sliding mechanic is helpful or it can be a hazard. In this first example, I have it where if you slide for too long, you will slide right off the edge. But if you time it just right, you can hop off at the right spot with a little interference. A simple message box here saying, hello player. We have a small little maze for the player to make their way through here, preparing them for a next area with a bigger maze, but also another trap where you have to time it just right or fall off the edge. And to the checkpoint. Over in example 2, I took some inspiration here for a bigger maze, but also kind of like a rage bait type of level. They can maneuver around the maze as much as they want, but ultimately the only way to get to the checkpoint, which is very hidden with the camera angle, is by getting on the sliding ice. And finally, in example 3 is more of a platformer based where you have to be very careful because one mess up or mistap of the keyboard will send you right off the edge. I also went ahead and created 2 different message notes, so no matter which path the player took, they get a little kind of reward for the message. I also set 2 message notes, one on each path, so no matter which path the player took to get to the final checkpoint, has a little note here. This one is the secret is in the pudding, and the one over here is my favorite, is the Narwhal Bacons at Midnight. In this level, the ice tile is actually against you, where you have to button mash to get your way across, otherwise it'll just keep sending you back. But if you do it too much, you'll fall right off the edge. And to the end we go. Over in the blueprint for the ice tile, we have the event that actually triggers it on entered, with the entering entity connected over to the on entered function. And from there over to a move to tile. So as soon as the target entity goes into the on-entered tile, it gets moved to another tile with the destination tile that I created over here as a variable. However, as I mentioned previously, I had to add a is sliding bool to check to make sure there's no infinite loop. So if the player is sliding is true, then it does nothing. If the player is not sliding and it's set to false, then we're going to just flip that to on, and then go over to start the on entered over to a very brief delay to get the target character to actually move. And then upon reaching that final tile, exiting and resetting. So for example, this tile here is set selected for the destination tile right after it. Then this tile here, we set this one for the destination tile right after that one. And that one, we do the same thing right after that one. And when we hit play again, walk over to the edge, instead of it being against us, it helps us. I do want to say that the mechanic was originally developed by me, but I know we were supposed to have a mechanic developed by another student or an idea by another student, and then I develop it. But unfortunately, with work, I wasn't able to do that for this actual assignment. Hopefully, this was along the lines of what the instructor was looking for. So thank you, and I can't wait to show you all what